Hi, I am Dr. Sanjay Chaudhary and I am an eye consultant in practice for last 30 years. My organization is named Eye7 and this is a group of eye hospitals, and the main headquarter is in Daryaganj, though we are spread out all over Delhi and NCR. Vision correction is popularly referred to and understood by a laser vision correction. And in laser vision correction, the terminology or the name that comes to our mind is LASIK. LASIK is a procedure which is done on the cornea, and we change the curvature of the cornea so as to correct the spectacle power of the eye. That means the person can now see without glasses. LASIK has been improving, and it was first introduced about 20 years back, but every year there are some improvements, some changes, and the latest change, which is Contoura Vision, is the one which is making waves now all over the world. So, in laser vision correction procedures, the basic target was to change the curvature of the cornea in such a way that whatever is the spectacle power, that gets adjusted. So, that was till now a procedure followed for all kinds of laser vision correction. Now, for the first time, it was realized that other than that, we can improve the vision further by handling another element, and that is the corneal surface. Technically, we have always assumed that the corneal surface is very smooth, and this assumption is based on a similar assumption that if you look at the Earth's surface from the moon, you will see that the Earth's surface is very smooth. However, when you come close to the Earth, you will find that there are mountains, there are valleys, there are lakes, and the surface is irregular. Same way, if we go onto the cornea and look at it in a close perspective, there would be some irregularities, and those irregularities will limit the quality of optical finish of this element, which is the cornea. So, if we can map the surface of the cornea, and with the laser we can knock off these irregularities and make it more even, then we have a better optical surface, and therefore the quality of vision improves further. So, when Contoura Vision was introduced, and is also referred to as topo guided LASIK, and the results were phenomenal. That means if a normal person sees 6 by 6, which means that there is a vision chart and there are 7 lines on the vision chart, and the letter from bigger gets smaller towards the last line, and if you are able to read the last line, that is 6 by 6 vision. But now we were able to improve on that 6 and technically if we were to make a chart where the letters are even smaller in the next line and even smaller in the next line, then a person who undergoes Contoura Vision could even read those further smaller lines. That means his quantum of vision and the quality of vision was better than a normal 6 by 6. But to substantiate that, a agency is needed which will say yes, this is better, and this is where the FDA comes in. If there is a claim made, then the FDA comes into the picture and it sets up a study, and it is a multi-center study done over 12 centers all over the US, and then when they collaborate that data and they say yes, actually this technology is better, and the person beyond 6/6 can read 1 line more in almost about 2/3 of the patients and 2 line more in almost 1/3 of the patients, which was a quantum jump from what was the accepted standard. So, that is how FDA becomes useful in telling the public that yes, here is a technology far better than the existing ones. Well, I have been in practice for the last 30 years, and initially it was all a solo practice, as used to be the trend for so many years, till the eye field expanded so much that you needed subspecialties or super specialties. So, then we had a retina section, we had a cornea section, we had a glaucoma section, we had a cataract section, we had a LASIK section. and we had an oculoplasty section for the oculoplasty or injuries of the eye. So each section was becoming a specialization by itself. So it was impossible for one doctor to do the best in all these specialties. So we thought, why not have these 7 specialists come on board, form a group, and run as a super specialized eye service. And we were looking for a name which would best describe these 7 specialties. And the smallest name that we could think of was to call it Eye7. So we are 7 doctors with each an expert in his own field, and we try to deliver the best in each field. Okay, so once we introduced this idea to the public, it really caught on well, because then people started realizing that, well, if you really have to get some good treatment and specialized treatment, then this is the place to go. Then even if a person comes to me and says, okay, I want a squint surgery, I tell them, okay, see, now I'm not a squint specialist. Here's a squint specialist who is doing squint every day for so many years. So the quality he would deliver would be better than me. And my specialty is LASIK, so what I can deliver may be better than him. And a retina specialist would deliver better than what I would do as a retina doctor. So we elevated the level of delivery of quality care to a standard which was really welcomed by doctors and the public alike. So after the success of this model in Daryaganj, we said, why not now replicate this model at other places? So we now have 4 eye centers running, one in West Delhi, Janakpuri, one in South Delhi, Lajpat Nagar, one in East Delhi, Indirapuram, and this. And the acceptance of these centers has been very dramatic. So now we are looking at opening more centers with these group of doctors, so that the people can get the best eye service possible at par with any international country delivery of eye care. What we realized, that once our model became successful, then we had some funds to invest, and we made it a point to invest in the latest going technology at the time. So now we are fully equipped with whatever is best all over the world. So now we are known that if there is something new and innovative, then it should be available in Eye7. So that makes us a differentiating factor. We have the best equipment, we don't compromise on the quality, and the turnaround that we have helps us to cover those costs. We have 4 centers right now, and we had 2 options. One option is we slowly add 1 center every year, or we could take up private equity and make a boom and replicate this model in a big way all over the country. We are still working on those options. Ophthalmology is jumping in leaps and bounds. The technologies are coming in such a great way that in another 5 years, the whole system will have a turnaround. You would have stem cells which will be treating those diseases which we have never treated before. Even in vision correction, the emphasis will be more on a lens-based technology. That means you just put a lens in the eye or the required power permanently, and that's it. You don't need to do lasers on the cornea and change the curvature of the cornea. So everything is changing very fast. In 5 years, it will be absolutely the other way, the way we are practicing medicine now.